Hi, it's another video from Vine, and I'm actually going to be drawing this today. So I did do something different. I put it in landscape, so we're going to see it in landscape. So we see the initial figure, we see the hands. I'm less so worried about the figure, and I'm going to focus in on this face right here, this face of, if I can get it in the frame. I don't know how to move the camera. I think I have to figure out a new way to set it up, and so like I don't know. To the side, and just move along with it this way. So that when we do move under the camera, there we go. This person who is actually Kyra Sedgwick. Okay, Kyra Sedgwick. We're gonna be doing a drawing of Kyra Sedgwick. Pretty much keeping in mind those figure aspects, but really focusing on this portrait. Because you have to keep in mind these figure aspects, because if we can fit a hand in there too, I think it would be impressive. See? So when I move this, I gotta remember like not to move this base right here, this book, and move the sketchbook. So we can all kind of see what's happening. So like most things, oh, it's actually not braided, which means there's a braid that's trying to come out. I don't want to waste more time with this, but I'm such like a person who's like, be gone. Okay, it's out. Oh, I really want to take these braids out. I love my natural hair. And I love how her natural hair and the emotion that she's giving is like, I think it's really self-comfort, you know? First thing I'm going to do is sharpen the pencil and take a moment to think about some of these figures that we're looking at. It's not this ruler next to me, but we're not going to do any live proportion, even though we totally could. Pencil shavings. Pencil being shaved. Okay. And so, when I think about this look into the camera, I think that I get this, like, wholesomeness, but also this, like, womanly comfort. And again, I was talking about my curls and how I love my hair. I think there's, like, that comfort in something that is almost like, you know, new, but like old. So it's something that she's comfortable with. And so if you're comfortable with yourself, you're gonna start with, you know, yourself. You're not gonna start with anybody else, you know. You're gonna take the ideas that you have about yourself and you're gonna use them to your benefit. And so taking that kind of into mind, I think when we look and we see this very introspective look into a grown woman's form, I want to keep in mind like being very respectful to the aspect of like wanting to age and texturize the skin, because that's something I wanted to go in here and have that idea. And so yeah, even though I'm really excited about doing that, I'm also excited about doing other stuff. So I'm gonna avoid the imposter syndrome, kind of like how she's doing, and I'm just gonna go for it. And as much as people kind of wonder, like, oh, what's this, what's that? Well, this is me doing what more artists should be comfortable doing, and that's kind of feeling out the situation and then making these large decisions about how it should look, you know, because we're still understanding, and you know, we can take on our understanding of human anatomy and we can still use it as artists. We don't just have to throw it away because now we have the technique that everyone uses. And now I'm moving on to the hand. Okay, but I'm gonna keep talking through it and then coming back to it, and we'll see just how cocky I get. You know, we'll see if I rescind some of these kumbaya-esque messages about how things should look. If I sound more and more like a news reporter, well, it's because I was watching a body cam video, and the body cam video, the type of body cam video that is about, you know, someone interacting with a police officer and kind of that experience that they have being documented, as it is the kind of right of law enforcement to have that documentation of the encounter that they've had. And so while I'm not judging it, it's like, you know, I'm seeing the body cam and I'm like, ooh. You know, it really gets me thinking about the way that we respect each other as people, and how that can really come into play when we talk about these larger ideas that we all have about, you know, respect and such. But do we show it? Like, do we actually use these things? And it's like, nowadays it feels so more and more apparent. It's like, obviously they're fucking not. Like, this man just fucking, you know, commented on her weight and then pushed her to the ground. Like, that would be a no-no if this person wasn't, you know, breaking the law and kind of transgressing upon, you know, the community. And it was really apparent in one of these ones where they were talking about Florida lady, Florida lady who was robbing people and assaulting people. And obviously that's an issue for a heavily tourist area, and so it may seem cold, but I'm still going to do the circle in the middle of the eye. And looking back at my reference, that feels like still the right move. So before I show you what my drawing practice has been, I'm going to show the reference and we'll go from there. So this is the reference once again. And really looking through the viewfinder, I really see a lot of the anatomy coming out of that circularness of the eye. So that is one of my strengths, of knowing the anatomy kind of uniquely. So I'm definitely not going to be afraid to use that in one of my ideas. So this is what we got so far. You know, I've been really loose, really comfortable, but I've heard something new that I'm gonna try, and that is really taking time to kind of map out these ideas. So they say kind of hold your pencil in a way where you can get some relative shapes and keep it consistent. You know, and then look at the reference, you know, notice points, and then come back to your image and knock it down and feel really confident about, you know, these notches. But one thing that I'm not going to do is I'm actually not going to do what other artists do, in that they kind of, I'm going to keep it very much where the shapes are, to not where my mind wants to go. Not the idea that these two pieces are connected and so this is my line of succession where I'm going. I'm going to see where my measurements end up and what I'm getting from them. So if I'm seeing that this kind of top of the eyebrow is ending right where that ear is, I'm going to go to my ear and I'm going to mark that. And same on the other side, but now I don't have the ear, so I have to be even more confident. And when it comes to these head and like relative shapes, if I look at the arm and I notice that the arm shape that I wanted was about this much, it's where the pencil is, then the way I translate that to my smaller drawing is I go from the pencil down, I see that I made the exact shape, and so if I do the same thing here and keep the same position, then again, I make the exact shape. And so by analyzing that, you know, I'm gonna keep moving forward. One thing that I'm really anxious about for this one is the hair. You know, I've never just been too good at it, you know, hairs and stuff, and you know, I mean, you keep doing art long enough, it becomes pretty apparent, like, wow, you're kind of struggling with this. It's kind of one of those things, like, you know, the first time you do it, you know, you kind of get a pass, but the second time around, it's like, okay, dude, like, you need to figure it out. Why are you not getting it? And to me, when I think about it, the reason that it's like so confusing is because, again, you're using those texture techniques and you're not just assuming where the light is and then really trusting that idea, but you're actually using some credibility to back it up. This is where I was going to use that eye anatomy. Nose anatomy to really understand that these is the eye socket and whatever is current over it is skin. Right, this is the eye socket and there's skin in there, and there's, you know, there's texture for that reason, and there's also some depth for that reason. And this is where I'm gonna outline my eyebrow just above there, because now I'm really confident. Yeah, I made this big circle, and that is where the eyebrow is, on top of that big circle, right around that big circle. I don't want to take too long for this, because again, I don't want to like waste people's time, because if you're like, I feel like the more people get invested, they're like, oh yeah, take me along for the ride and trust in it. Like, trust me, guys, you know, sometimes it doesn't work out. I'm not saying this isn't gonna work out, I'm just saying sometimes it doesn't work out, so I don't want any of us to get our hopes up. Especially me, okay? Taking time to map out their hairline. Like I said, one of the least confident things I have been confident in lately is getting hair, and I've worked with water a lot. I've worked with all these things that get you close, but you still have to have that confidence to go for it and kind of know your idea to make sure that you're getting the hair. And so that's one thing that I'm noticing and I'm wondering on as I'm doing this. Where is that hair going, and how choppy am I really willing to go with this hair? Because yeah, you don't want to make it like overly apparent that you know, you don't know what you're doing. So you want to kind of be more confident than not that this is what it looks like. So I went all the way down. I confidently went all the way down. I'm really trusting that the point between which I draw my guidelines and I erase them does not get too close to when I am drawing definite texture. So I'm gonna give myself more time to draw out that hair, and you know, maybe on the next side again I'm gonna take it in more sections, you know, because that's really what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing more like sectioning, you know, more separation of the hair, you know. So that's letting me know that I can kind of chill out. Because that is, again, an endeavor that I guess we're going to take on together, but oh, the watch time's gonna be so long. I hope you guys are okay with that. It's not like, I love skipping to the end of things. Oh, see now, I gotta start with the body of the hair. I gotta get comfortable with that shape that I'm making. Understand that I'm not going the maximum of luminous, because I think we're getting some strong volume. And also, like, the ribbon-like texture that's occurring with the hair. Oh my god. I'm gonna show you guys the reference again. Just ribbon-like. Just spirals. I don't do spirals a lot, even though my current hair texture is giving spirals and curls. But don't do it often. As you can see, I went for a line less than a spiral. So we'll see where that takes me. And now I'm calling that I'm coming back to this mouth. But before I do that, I want to make sure that my proportions are still up to date after adding all of that. So the best way to do that is to go into something new. And so I'm going to go into the neck. And I'm going to use the neck as my next proportion test because I can. I don't know. It's just an idea. Obviously, I meant neck and shoulders, I guess. This is kind of giving me a Tamik, I can't lie. Said what you guys in, that might be a little like the Tamik, really? But seriously, like I am this close. Oh, living on a prayer. You hear that? That crisp sound? That is me making a decision. So yeah, everyone should be like, oh no! What the hell was that? That was me. That was a crisp artist line. You can hear the sound. So when you hear me tapering down and being confident making these lines, you know that you should actually be hearing silence and then confident line, silence, confident line, you know? Because that's what all the good artists are made of. They're made of silence, confident line, like silence, confident line. You know, that's what we're really looking for because, you know, you just have to be able to make the idea happen. Okay. I saw the 18-minute mark and I was like, yeah. So, you know, I heard this really interesting thing about lips. You know, I heard logs, you know, but I think that the more round nature and the more you're willing to kind of jump into that round nature of the mouth and then see that line that you're always told about the lips and then make it, you'll be more likely to be so much more confident in that. And so I'm going to start to erase my guidelines before I get too comfortable in them, but I am going to check one more line. Yeah, that is clearly off with what I'm doing. And, you know, the scary part about that is that if I really, you know, think about it, the end of the lips, I was thinking about taking in the jaw. And now I'm like, am I taking in the jaw because I was thinking about taking in the jaw? Or is it something that I should do? You know? It's one of those things where I was really starting to get comfortable with the long jaw, but now looking at it, I don't even notice the difference. And it's okay. So, obviously, I started what is a literal clear Cupid's bow going down. This one kind of crevices up. and she is smiling. It's just not like a comfy smile. I feel like you guys are kind of being left out. So I'm going to come more into frame, let you see some of where I am confident as an artist. Yeah. So, we're gonna give the guidelines to the lips. We're gonna keep, we're just gonna give the guidelines to the lips, give that idea to the lips. You know, if I was a different artist, I would be showing you on the page. I'm thinking of cylinders right now. I am thinking of cylinders hard right now. Don't really know why, but if you wanted to know, then you should be informed. Like, oh, what's going through your mind? Cylinders, like, it was like just like a wave of cylinders. I was like, kind of like anything voluminous. So cylinders, spheres, that roundness that is just all around us. Freaking pi, man. Pi will follow you around. You cannot get rid of that 3.41 forever. I don't even know, man. You hear it so much in a math class to the point where it's like, I'd rather remember gravity than pi. Ask me about gravity, I dare you. You'd be surprised. Because I know. But do you know, though? Because I know it's 9 point something. What do you think it is? Say down in the comments below. What is it? Come on. I don't think you know it. If you're a man, I'm challenging your masculinity. And if you're a woman, then I'm challenging your femininity. Either way, stay bothered in the comments. Okay. So, now we're going to do that erase thing that I was talking about. Someone could probably do it, but not me. Someone could probably do it, but not me. I'm thinking about the texture right now. I'm like, someone could probably do it, but not me, girl. I'm looking at the texture of this clothes, and I'm like, what the fuck have I stepped into? Anyways, I was thinking about this one texture technique that I would want to use, but still might keep it in my roster. You never know. So now that everyone's like, oh, we're done. Look at that. It's so nice. You fucked up, Joe. Whatever the general consensus is, I'd like to move into, I don't even know, bringing our dark values in. Okay? We have some really confident form, and so I'm gonna do that on the clothes first, actually, because again, I just feel like the clothes are one of those things where you get to be comfortable with adding value, and it's even dark value. And you get to do whatever you want. And actually, those are some of the least judgmental people I know. I know people that get just, like, super angry, and I'm like, dude, you're not even into this right now. Really. I'm bringing this up because I have a semblance of confidence. Yeah. I'm not really angry today, I'm not really invested in the emotional turmoil presented to me as normal, This is just totally me. I'm not really invested in it, so I haven't, got much to say, because, like I said, I'm watching all these, like, body cams, but it doesn't feel, like, personal. Like, I'm like, I wasn't there. Also, I was like, one of these days I'm gonna have across a body cam that ignites the social justice warrior in me. That hasn't happened. Fucking people look so crazy sometimes. And even I can't believe it. I'm like, oh. So, am I sending an apology letter, or are you? Because somebody is traumatized from this. I don't know if it's somebody on the street. I don't know if it's somebody in the office. But, like, somebody is struggling after this one. So. I love waiting for emails. It's just my favorite thing to do. I just love waiting for emails. I want someone to put, like, waiting for emails on their top 10 anything list. Like, even if it's their worst thing that they hate. I'm like, I want to hear about it, because I need something to fill the time that I'm waiting for this game. So now's not the time I'm gonna add those textures and shadows that would make this make more sense. Right now I'm just kind of developing, and it's pretty good. And so I'm gonna move on to more clothes. I don't know, is anyone else getting bored? Is anyone else like, ooh, I know what's gonna happen next? Like I said, taking on the face, but also the clothes, I guess. Not gonna lie, I was kind of a spur of the moment decision. I was like, no, it's not gonna be the same with them. But like, we all know the same after a little while, So, okay, let's get I don't think my ulcer can take this. I actually have a brain tumor the size of Meat Canyon, so I just really like to connect the sympathy that I truly deserve in my time of need from the newest and truest viewers to understand that, please don't ask me if I want to do this, because, like, need to do this, keep my mind off of dentist. Because I've actually been just being recommended a lot of dentist videos. But, you know, it's like the algorithm knows that. And it was like, it was just a way to drop the horror on me. It wasn't even actually like, oh, yeah, we want you to know about oral hygiene. It was like, we want you to be comfortable and confident in oral hygiene till oral hygiene monstrosity is revealed. It's like, I mean, honestly, a really good plan there. Make me afraid to brush my teeth while simultaneously make me afraid to not brush my teeth. This is how we get them. I love how our YouTubers just like have 20 million lives, you know? Like, yeah, I draw a lot. And also, I also found the time to be a dedicated husband. It's gonna fucking turn into like this like beautiful poem. Oh no, you thought I was about to talk shit? No, I'm actually like loving on your whole situation. Actually, no. I'm probably gonna do it. Ugh, I see this one TikTok and it really just irks me. Because I feel like you know, like it was obviously some type of like satire maybe. I don't know, it was someone just being like, I don't even want to repeat the brain rot on the off chance that someone might see it and believe it, you know, might see it and be like, no, this is the time for me. I was saying that this lighting will motivate me to like flip around the idea, and I think I'm going to. So here you guys go. So you can see a little bit more of the monstrosity, and I can kind of look at it. Little circles are away. Anyways, but that was basically like, I want to be able to say that my wife's an artist. You know, this guy, you know, this person being like, TikTok, Prina. You know, of course I'm in the aesthetic songs that like probably every person just at the time was like simping over. Let me do one I was focusing. You know, you could insert an idea that fixes everything if you just anyway. But yeah, being like, I'm doing all of this, I'm in debt, like, just so that some person can say that I'm their wife. Like, I don't care. That was like, that has stuck in my brain as absolute brain rot, and honestly, like, I've kind of been wanting to sue lately, because I'm just going through all of this, like, inquisition in my mind of, like, you know, do I deserve this? You know, there's just this huge, do I deserve this? You know, oops. You know, do I deserve this? Because I love this. Do I deserve this? And, you know, that whole, just doing it so someone can say my wife's an artist. Like, that really, I don't know. It brain rotted me. I was just affected by it. I was like, if someone said that to me, like, I don't know. I had to give up, sorry. But I just don't know how I would feel. Okay. I would be like, And if someone found me out, if that was my plan, I would be like, actually, you know, like, just the whole idea of it really disturbs me. And it's disturbed me for a while now, to the point where I've been like, you know what I mean? I've been harboring it. Like I said, I mean, I can't repeat it verbatim now, but it was literally just like, you know, oh, so my future husband can say, my wife is, you know, oh yes, oh yes. You know, and I was like, what the hell, you know? I feel like that's something you leave to the nurse talk. You know, I feel like a good nurse TikTok would love that, you know? A nurse TikToker would eat that up. Me? Oh, I don't know. He want me? Oh, I don't know. That's really how I feel most of the time. Like, ooh, you know, make better decisions, buddy. Love yourself. Yeah, like, I really complain of back pain so much. Like, it's actually like, imagine having a kid. Like, hell no. Like, how much I complain about back pain, and literally it's kind of just like moderate back pain. No, somebody gonna have to give her some milk or some, cause I'm not gonna be able to live through it, is what I'm saying. Like, it's not even me. You know, it's just like, I'm being honest. Like, I'm saying it's not something I can handle. And it's hard for me to say too, because we all want to be strong, you know? We all want to be strong, but can you be strong is the question. And I'm giving you the answer. I'm not even trying to be a bitch and give the answer. I'm just giving people the answer. And the answer is a solid no for me, okay? I'm just not strong enough. And maybe when I'm older, I will be strong enough. But definitely not now. And the thing that gets me is that it's like, it's not easy to say. And it's not easy to just be like, oh, well, you're just giving up, aren't you? Like, it's like, I'm not giving up, am I? Am I? It's like the people that you want to go to guidance for these things, well, they'd much rather you experience fucking, like, dysphoria about all of it. So one day you wake up and it's there, and you just kind of have to accept it, because they know that for years. I'm gonna shove it out, so I'll let you guys look, but I'm gonna shove it out, so now it's gonna get better next season. It's like they know for years that, you know, the actual emotional turmoil of experience, the actual trauma and struggle, and then they want to chalk it up to, no, it's only this stuff, don't worry, it's only this. And it's almost like they're like little funny kiki. They're like, say, if we make it look bad enough, then it'll truly only be a little bad when she discovers the lies. Like, it's like this. Like this idea of transparency that we build, we all know that it's like this facade for, you know, fulfilling the massive ideas about the patriarchy and what the patriarchy thinks of women. And so, you know, like really like weird that, you know, people can take it so far and truly like look the other way to all the horrendous actions that are permitted by the system that we allow ourselves to stay in. We don't just fall victim to it, we propagate it. When we follow the same ideas over and over again, and we, you know, browbeat it into our society that, you know, we can't admit our deepest desires because then they'll be answered immediately. When it's like, I'm not admitting this so that you can like immediately, oh, like be the answer to my prayer, this is all I ever needed. Like, I'm here to say my emotions and just be heard, you know, but without it all being such a quick affair that, you know, just drags everyone so deep in. And, you know, I've been on both sides of that, of wanting such like fast results that, you know, the other guys in here, and it's like, well, damn, this is really fast, you know. I don't know, yeah, I signed up for like something different. I didn't have these ideas in mind. And, you know, the peril of starting so much on one side and then kind of moving on. I'm watching to see when it gets to that hour mark, and I'm just gonna be devastated. I'm just like, oh my fuck. Sorry, I want you guys to just look at this for a moment and be like, I knew it was gonna be one of those with good bones, and then it just fucking died. It was terrible. But, you know, you can fix anything. Like, we turn that frown upside down. Now we're applying World Revolution Fenty Bronzer in the shade 6B. Just kidding, this is 6H. And it's happening again. Low power mode. When is it not happening? When is it not like I'm like, oh yeah, it's like totally 100% charged. Wait till that day comes, guys, and then wonder why she talks and she was on a roll. Didn't like that space. I really hope that the person just when you draw yourself, it feels like so like doing myself a favor there. When you draw other people, I think that the expectations are high. Whenever I see someone else draw me, I'm like, so you're gonna give me a whole new perspective of my face, or this was literally a worthless experience? Thank you, but I'm never speaking to you again if you saw that I have a fucking forehead dip. Someone, one of my faves, just posted on TikTok. Yay, girl. I hope so. Maybe she did like one of my TikToks, but also probably just a lovely post from lovely people. I love seeing the face close, honestly. It makes me so happy. And through the course of us adding highlights and stuff, this will definitely lighten up. I don't know what to say. I kind of apologize. You know, where's my Cody Co apology? Where's my, fucking Coachella. I'm like, sorry, spacing out, but it wasn't even Coachella, was it? Where's my, like, Coachella, like, DJ set? In the middle of controversy, couldn't even give up money, even now. I'm so money hungry. Even now, I'm looking for the teens. Prowler on the scene. And so as an artist, there's things you look for. You look for negative and positive space, and the kind of range of value between the two. Excuse me. Shout out LaCroix. But kind of, I was literally talking about something like kind of good, like kind of on par with the massage, and then I totally let it go because I burped. I gave a little cute little nose bridge is so much smaller than what I've done. Okay, I have to live with it because it's the range of light and it's the roundness of the face, so I need to respect that. I'm not gonna like be like pissed off about it, like away. Just the thing is about an art classroom, if they let you just like run wild in there, man, they're like, okay, so come back to me with 10,000 Van Goghs, but also hyper realism, and then you come back from all the time and resources they loaned you, and you come back like, oh, I need a puppet. Yeah, it's one of the best experience. 10 out of 10 recommend. I mean, they're definitely not completely disappointed in you and questioning their life decisions. It's like, I don't want them to be disappointed in me. I want them to be disappointed in themselves for believing in me, I guess. At least that's how they make me feel. And they're like, oh, I just expected more from you. Expected more from you. I will say I'm proud of myself. Okay, you researched to not get into college, but at least you researched. I'm not talking about the college I was admitted to. I'm talking about a totally different college. But yeah, like you did research. I said I was doing research and I did. So I just have tons of fun facts running around in my brain that don't need to be out there. I'm like, fun fact. Yeah, and I'm like, it's not relevant to me, so I don't give a fuck. Bomb that fun fact. Fill it with memes. Yeah. Sorry, I just really wanted to capture the angle and this and that eyebrow, and then I pissed out. I was like, because I'm thinking that it could save me, and I know nothing can save me, right? But me. Another LaCroix burp. I made a vegan hot dog. Shout out the vegetarians, okay? Because why are we living for vegetarians in 2020 every time? In every time, y'all. In every possible lifetime. Till the end of being, from the beginning of being. I will always love the vegetarians. Okay, and I want someone to comment I wouldn't get this tattoo. Because I'm right there with you, man. I don't think I give a fuck. But I was like, ew, I almost got mad there. And then I was like, well, like, you know, it's not about the tattoo. Okay, they're like, something is just off. Something is not right. Me and you too, brother. But I like that. I like when people make you work for it. I know you're an art professor, you just have to bring it out, right? Tell me your opinion. I like the grand idea, Sigmund. Thanks for being my freaking guide, you know? Yeah. Oh, we're not at the hour mark. Woohoo. I'm glad. If we were at the hour mark, I might just have to pack it up. I'm considering making this a bit of a book club situation, but we'll see. I'm not gonna spoil books if I don't even want to. You know, I don't want to make it a thing, you know. I don't want you guys to be coming here expecting that content. And then not one day get it, because Princess, you deserve everything. Got a little homoerotic there. Let me bring it back. By talking about my lover. So, actually, you know, I could, but then... Yeah. Nothing better than an artist than seeing a line follow through, you know, seeing a shape, you know. Where others see mere semicircles and moons, you can see, you know, like whatever you want to see, man. I lost the motivational speech, okay? Do what the fuck you want. I'm trying to finish this in under an hour. And it is definitely not happening. So, well, see, I like how the ribbons worked out. The problem is keeping the ribbons, you know? Because once you go into a big kind of massive one like this, it's like, good luck following that line, but this is what you do. This is what you do when you're a C-form artist. You know, you make shit like this happen. Because it's not the way you did it, right? It is for beginners. And really for anyone, it is kind of late. It's also the way you got there. And if you got there knowing that you did it meticulously, then at least you'll be able to walk away from the criticism knowing that they didn't live this life. They aren't you. They aren't as hard as you. You know? And you are never your biggest critic when you're an artist. It's great. You just can't be. You know, there are too many people in the world that love this, that love the look of it. So there's no way you're gonna be like the biggest critic because there's someone just waiting for this moment, you know? And give it to them. Let them see it. Let them understand it. And hear what they have to say because it adds so much. Like, without others' opinions, you will never, ever be as good as even the next guy that you are idolizing because you think that even they're getting the best compliments. When again, no artist goes through an artistic journey just to be the perfect guy, you know, the perfect, you know, artist that everyone's like, I saw this, I had no problems, I had no qualms, I saw absolutely nothing wrong with it, and I was entranced by how well you did this. Artists, I think we can think so, like, governedly about how we do things, that the criticism can be hard to hear, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And you realize that you kind of get the simplest job on earth, and you know, I'm pretty hardcore. I thought about joining the Marines because I was just like, I can do this. I can do anything that I put my mind to, and I want to prove that to people. Then you realize that the only thing that you have to prove is that you love yourself. And then the rest will follow. Now, well, that's a fucking woman talking. But it's like, they are willing to break you down simply off the fact, anyone, right? Anyone with the balls enough, right? Is willing to break you down just simply because of the fact that they can see you and they can see that you think that you might deserve it, so they'll do it. They'll be the ones to do it because they think that you deserve it, because you think you deserve it. And so it becomes this thing of like, who did it first? Really, again, I think that you're being the one that's neglectful to yourself. You're not. You're letting yourself be scanned by me. And these type of people, they'll get their comeuppance because what they don't realize is that they're in this brutal cycle with themselves. You don't realize that you're only doing this because, again, you see yourself and you don't like what you see. So I've gone pretty far with this. I'm gonna let you see the reference again. So breathe in. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Okay, don't be mad. Let's fix it up before we actually. I don't want to be responsible for this. Okay. Let me put the magic on it. just hit that on. So here's your word for sticking around. The reference. This beautiful woman in color and brightness and joy in her eyes. So, and then mine. I just had to fix the eyes. I think they were done too early. But besides the eyes, gonna go in with a handy dandy eraser. Gonna keep the reference close, and we're gonna add those erase marks because of shadow and light. And I feel that there should be more light where added shadow. Obviously, it's easier to do that when you started somewhere like the dress code where you can really see that come out. Also on the hand, yeah, I'm going to take time with this, but I'm just gonna let it happen, you know, because I don't utilize this enough in my personal opinion. You know, I don't usually take it this far, get to this point, so kind of doing something new together, and I kind of went crazy. But trust me, we're almost done. Now that we added our highlights, I'm gonna go back in, add our outline. With the hair, when it comes to the highlights, this was a color interpretation, then yeah, I would be adding light. But because it's not, I'm gonna add darks to the hair rather than adding lights, so that none of that like beautiful texture is lost, you know. So really what we do see is what a fucking amazing stylist worked for. Some really nice dark to light. I refuse for this to go as long as the painting. Sorry, but I slept until 12, like, I was, like, out of it. I'll meet you guys in the daytime, you know, where it's nice and fair playing ground. You know, nobody's gonna be like, hey, what's going on at 3 a.m.? I fucked up. Those are definitely not frayed. They're not frayed, they're just loose some places, so. Okay, guys, long haul. I'm charging my phone in bed tonight. I just feel like her eyes are more doe-eyed, more beautiful, so, than what I captured. So, I want those way more on docket. So, I'm very stubborn. Whatever. Okay. Ooh, in person it looks better. Yeah, Maybe I should get more texturing done. Mm-mm. Okay. Okay, guys, I want you guys to like and subscribe. Hit that like button, y'all. And make sure to, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Yeah, definitely hit that like button. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm doing. Is there two next to each other? You wanna know what I see? Or no, maybe not. Okay, so this line, this line. See, there's a gap right here. But also, I feel like overall there's an actual like tilt this way with the image. But yeah, that's how I did. And this is the reference. The reference. The image and the reference. Okay, guys. Bye.